Hello there. Welcome to Fishix Plays NES Games. Today I'm gonna do a playthrough of Castlevania. Castlevania was the first game I beat in my NES binge, and it has remained my favorite NES game, which is kind of funny. Like, I just picked the best one first. Yeah. I guess maybe it goes without saying for some NES games, but if you are at all photosensitive, I would not recommend watching this. Specifically because there is a power-up in this game. It's like a necklace with like a cross on it. Basically, that drops from enemies and candles, I think. If you pick it up, the screen flashes and all the enemies dies. Oh yeah, that thing over there on the right. If you pick that up, the screen just flashes white. I figured that's not very nice, so, be warned. Arr. Yeah, let me start. I know I promised, a Punch-Out no saves run, but to be honest, I just kinda haven't played that game in a while. I don't really care that much. I still want to do it someday, but, today I want to do Castlevania. I've been replaying this game a lot, just because it's so short. Like, I could beat this shit in an hour. Shit. Yeah, there's like a trick. You can like jump over the door there, get the money bag. But it's kind of tight. And I didn't do it there, so you're not getting it. Cool. That's a good reminder not to keep jumping. It's kind of that kind of game. Yeah, if you jump, that's kind of a big commitment. You have to be ready to deal with the consequences of that jump. Ow. I forgot what I was saying. I don't know, yeah, I'll do a Punch-Out run eventually, I just don't really care. But, like, I care enough to do it eventually. But it's kind of in that, like, backlog where it's like, yeah, I'll do it, I want to do it, but then I never do it. I don't know. I just like Castlevania. It shouldn't be too long. I guess not too long, as in I could beat this game in an hour. So, yeah, we're in it for the long haul, fellas. Did a backwards jump. That's actually like a frame perfect. Oh, should I just use my watch? That's actually like I'm pretty sure that's frame perfect. Because normally you just turn around immediately. But if you turn around and jump at the same time, you do a backwards jump, which has application, but it's like it's not practical because of how tight it is. It is pretty cool though. I also want to mention if the frame rate looks ass, that's probably because it is. I was having trouble with like encoding and stuff. Like, ooh, encoding overload. And just put it on this frame rate. And it's like, now it's fine. Fucking bad. This bat's not hard. It's just kind of annoying because, like, how do I do this without getting hit? How am I supposed to do this without the axe without getting hit? That's my question. But yeah, that's the first level. Has to tally all the hearts. I'm not really gonna try that hard to make it interesting. I just want an excuse to both play Castlevania and like record something. So yeah. Here's a funny secret. There's a few secrets I know at the start of the game. Once we get to the end, it kind of drops in my knowledge of secrets. Like, you get a crown there. There's a spot later where if you just kind of stand there for a bit, you get gold. don't want to fall there. Well, that'd be instant death. Yeah, you can't be crouching there. Normally, it's crouching that activates those secrets. But for that one, you just stand still. Would you be surprised if I told you that I discovered that on my own? Oh! Okay, first death on the second stage. I feel great about myself. I am now just looking at the knight. They have long fucking legs. I don't know if it's equal to Simon's, but it's fucking long fucking legs. They got no torso. Yeah, just gotta make a run for it. You can damage boost off of them to get to the first floor because the collision is kind of jank in this game. But I don't really like doing that. I like to play my fucking games. I don't know. Maybe I should do that. I don't know. Oh yeah, there's a turkey over here. Now, there's some people, and they're wrong. They might tell you that that's a pork chop, like it says in the manual, but in my heart, that's a turkey. It's just more intuitive. That makes me happier to know that I'm getting turkey legs. Get another turkey leg right here. Here's the crusher room. I remember hearing someone say one time that this part was brutal, but like it's not really that hard. You just gotta know to duck under this part, because like it doesn't go all the way. And you just go. Then it's not even that tight. I don't really know. Ghost. Bat. Fun fact. You can kill those. In my first playthrough, it took me until like the 5th stage to figure that out. So don't make the same mistake as me. You can kill those. Second boss. As you can tell, I'm a bit rusted up on my Medusa boss fight. It's not a hard fight as long as you got holy water in this game. Yeah. You know, when I was younger, I used to think NES games were just like impossible or something. At least to my skill level. I'd always hear people talk about NES games like the hardest thing in the entire universe, and I just thought like, oh, I'm never gonna be able to do this. But now that I'm playing it, it's like, yeah, it's hard, but like, it's far from impossible. I feel like that's just kind of an exaggeration, you know? Ooh. Get that money, please. Ooh. Kind of a daunting area. all her music too. I know the Medusa heads are kind of a point of frustration for a lot of people, but I honestly really like them. Especially paired with Simon's movement being pretty slow. You really have to, like, consider them, I guess. I don't know, I played, like, Mega Man 1, and they had, like, a similar enemy. But the problem with Mega Man is that you can just, like, shoot them, and they die in one hit. So you don't really have to care that much. You can just, as long as you're, like, shooting consistently, you can just get through. In Castlevania, if you want to take them out, that's like a calculated move, because you just stop in your tracks. And despite your whip, it is very much possible you miss, and it could very easily, like, just hit you. So instead of just being an enemy that you just, like, kill, you have to, like, really care. That's what I love about Castlevania. Everything you do is, like, intentional. Alright, here's the next boss. This boss kind of sucks, I gotta be honest. Yeah, just like that. I really don't know how to dodge their moves, but that's the boss. Now that after this, we're like now in the halfway point of the game, where the game really ramps up. It gets harder with this level. This is like a difficulty bump, but now we go into the fucking the septic system. I don't fucking know. We're going into the dungeon. This is when the game goes from fuck to super fuck. This is like one of the hardest screens of the game. Yeah, like that. If you're not standing there, you just get hit by the flying guy. Not the flying guy, the fish guy. And if you bats, there's just a lot of enemies. Especially the bats. The bats are kind of bitchin'. You gotta duck under these stalactites. That'll take a life from you, I'll guarantee that. Oh yeah, there's also a crash that happens here. You just kind of teleport, you don't really have to go up the stairs, you just gotta walk under it. I don't know how it happens, but sometimes it just crashes the game. Just goes onto a screen of spaghetti. You have to restart. Which, I mean, like, it doesn't take long to get here. Like, I got here in, like, what, 10 minutes or something? You got a life. But yeah, just be aware. That might happen. And it happens right after that part, which is brutal on a first playthrough. Sucks. Alright. Here's the screen the demo struggled so much with. That was the first time I saw the demo. It was genuinely awful. What the fuck was that? That was like that one Wizard of Oz SNES game where in the demo Dorothy just like falls and dies immediately. Oh, fuck. Okay, that's the second death. Yeah, this is where the bosses start getting, like, really good. Because, like, the first 3 bosses, they're whatever. But now these bosses are, like, they get fucking awesome. Fuck. Hell yeah. I don't want that candle. Yeah, so that's the Frankenstein little guy fight. You only have to kill Frankenstein, which took me a while to figure out because I assumed it'd be the little guy, but nope. It's Frankenstein. It is a really fun fight once you get it down, because it's not even that many moving parts. It's just like a little guy like that shoots fireballs that jumps around the screen. But you can also attack them to disable them. That gives you time to, like, fight Frankenstein. I don't know, this game has, like, such good boss fights. Fuck. Yeah, this part's pretty fucking awesome. Since I got nothing else to talk about right now, I'm just gonna start, like, listing off the sub-weapons in this game and ranking them on how good they are. Like a sub-weapon tier list. The knife? Knife's the worst one, definitely. It's the only one, I'm pretty sure, that does damage, but also, like, only does shit damage. Like, every other, like, oh shit, I can't get there. My bad. Nah, whatever. What was I gonna say? Right, the knife is the worst sub-weapon in the game by far. It only does, like, partial damage instead of full damage. Like, you know how you have, like, that other whip? Okay, that guy despawned. Like, the whip I have now, this is the upgraded whip. There's the regular whip that you start off with each life. And that does, like, more damage. Knife does the weak damage. And that's the only, like, damaging sub-weapon that did really do that. What's the next best, the next sub-weapon, the second worst? I would say it's either a tie between the Holy Cross or the Battle Axe. Because, like, the Holy Cross is just the knife if it was good. It has a boomerang effect, so it can hit enemies twice. The knife goes all the way, but the boomerang Holy Cross doesn't, kind of. Fuck. Okay, well, I forgot these guys got back up. But, yeah. Oh, yeah. Delete that for that. Yeah, the Holy Cross, it's pretty good. I don't know how effective it is, since your whip is generally long enough for most encounters, but it can work. There's also the Battle Axe, which, like, goes in an arcing motion. It covers a more niche spot, but, like, it can be more helpful than the cross, just because it goes somewhere your whip doesn't. So I'd say both have their advantages and disadvantages. But I think overall the Holy Cross is a bit better. Just because I'd say it's more usable. Even if the Battle Axe has a stronger niche. The second best I would say is the Watch. The Watch is the second best. Because it just like freezes everything in place. Which is like, wow, that's really good. It's really good, but it's just super expensive. You know? Because like, it's the most expensive. Oh, I didn't have the fucking holy water. I thought I had that. It's by far, it's the most expensive, costing 5 hearts instead of the usual 1. And it doesn't even freeze most bosses, especially the later ones. So it kind of falls off. But it's still really good when you can use it. It just stops everything in the room. It's really good. Okay, death fight. And then once I'm done with this, I'll reveal the winner of the sub-weapons. Okay, that got me. Okay, good. Got the whip upgrade. Whatever, I can take that hit. I got a chicken wing. Anyways, yeah, the best sub-weapon in this game is the Holy Water. Hands down. It's like if the Watch didn't have any of the horrible downsides it has. The main gist of why the Holy Water is so good is that it freezes enemies in them in like hit stun. So if you can like keep throwing them, they can just like, the enemy just can't do anything. Especially, and unlike the stopwatch, it not only costs 1 heart, but it also works on bosses. You can stun lock bosses, and it's like practically required for the like last fight, because it's kind of stupid and bullshit. But at least the second phase is. But we'll get to that. Anyways, yeah, the Holy Water is just the best one. If you want to be a pussy, just use the Holy Water. Just keep it. Never swap it. Fuck you, Death. Death's honestly like my favorite fight in the game. It takes a long time to really figure out how you're supposed to deal with the sights, but once you do, it's like fucking amazing getting it down. Like, you saw me right there. I kicked the shit out of Death right there. You can very easily cheese it with Holy Water, but I don't really like doing that. Plus, you can't really do that if you die, which, you know, I do that a lot. So, I just kind of learned the fight with the Holy Cross, and let me tell you, it's very rewarding. Anyways, here's the stupidest level in the game. The build-up to Dracula's Castle. Which, I mean, you're already in there, but I'll get the stopwatch. Yeah, it's just it's just kind of a short gauntlet before you get to fight Dracula, which thankfully the game saves like that as the checkpoint, even if you lose all your lives. So you don't have to do this again. It's just the first time. But it's stupid. It's so fucking stupid. And like, this is not even the worst part. There's a worse part than this on the same stage. So I hope you're excited for that. jump. There we go. There's one more bat here. Five hearts. You're gonna need that. And we're in here. This part's not too bad. But it's the room across that. It's just wonderful. I'll tell you that much. It's wonderful. So I'd like y'all to see for yourselves the I'll pick up the knife. Yeah, just a wonderful room here. Yeah. Well, I got no power-ups, so I might as well pick up the knife. Just go, 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 go. Just go, just go. Go, 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 go. Okay, okay, once you're past that, you're in the home stretch. Wait, was there a secret here? Forget if there was. Yeah, no, there's nothing. Okay, once you're past that, you're in Dracula zone now. All you gotta do is kick Dracula's ass, and you beat the game. Told you it was short. It takes longer on the first playthrough just because it's like, you know, an NES game. It's fucking hard, man. But once you got it down, you got it down. Dracula's first phase is kind of a bitch to figure out, because they can teleport anywhere, and if you're on top of him, it can be really hard to like not get telefragged. The thing to do, you want to stand about like 2 tiles away from them, and once they reappear, you want to, if they appear on you, you want to move towards the direction of where they're looking at. Because Dracula's sprite has this like a funny origin point where it's somewhere on the back of them. So if they turn around, it just the sprite fuck, and this. Oh, that's right. I had 1 health. Oh, first game over. Oh, that's right. That's right. It's saved after Dracula. Right. Thank God. Thank you, Konami developers, for this. Anyways, yeah. Dracula's sprite like flips in a way where if he turns around, it's probably still gonna touch you. So, which can be very dangerous and kind of tight, but if you stand somewhere like 2 tiles away from them, you should have enough time to like register that it's happening. It's still very tight, but it's doable. Oh. Yeah, Dracula doesn't look like how they normally do. They look like they kind of have like a big schnoz. Dracula doesn't look sexy at all. Like, what the hell? That's like half of this appeal. Okay, I'm in danger zone territory. The second phase is bad. But I'm such a good gamer. Oh, fuck you. Yeah, the second phase kind of sucks because there's no reliable way to get past Dracula once they jump. They have a chance to do either a small jump you can't run under, or a big jump you can run under. And the problem with that is there's no way to tell what jump he's doing, as far as I know. So it's just kind of a gamble. That's why I'd say the holy water is somewhat required here, because otherwise you're gonna have to gamble every time he jumps. And at least with the holy water, you can stun him for long enough where that doesn't have to be a problem. But yeah, that's Castlevania on NES. Thanks for watching. Obviously, I recommend this game if you decide to play NES games. I don't know, maybe you won't because you just saw an entire playthrough of this game. But if you do ever get into NES games, I hard recommend Castlevania 1. This is one of the best. I promise. Yeah, sorry this one kind of sucked. I didn't really, like, plan anything. I don't really plan anything, to be honest, but, like, I just kind of wanted an excuse to record Castlevania footage. I'm not doing the second quest.